All right.
Hey.
Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to the Diet Less Live More channel. I'm Danielle Armstrong, and I am here and so glad to be here today to offer you some great recipes to help you on your weight loss journey. I have an extra special guest here with me today, Chef Abraham, who is here to open up the show where we open up our kitchen to chefs that are bringing us some awesome recipes that are also healthy. So we wanted to make sure that we brought in some people that were crafts or their main craft is to design food that'll be tasty to our palate. So our first chef, Chef Abraham, is here with us, and he is an awesome chef of multiple different types of cuisine. But currently, he owns a, can I say, Latin or Mexican style food, Abraham?
Mexican. Yeah, it's all Mexican food, yeah.
All Mexican food, great, lovely tacos, tostadas, burritos, and we'll get into more of his offerings later on. But Chef Abraham has been in this business for a while, and particularly in the health food business that we're going to talk about even more deeply in a second. But just so grateful to have him here. He's a great chef, has some awesome recipes. I can't wait for you to share more with us, Abraham.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be here and be able to share some recipes and some stuff that'll help people eat cleaner.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, first of all, I want to go back a little bit because we've known each other for a while, but I never knew what led you to come going into the food business or becoming a chef.
Yeah, well, initially I went into health in the health industry just because I wanted to be healthier. I just want to eat healthier, eat cleaner. I didn't really I wasn't really the healthiest growing up.
Mm,
Family diet, we just ate, constant Mexican food. I mean, which is not bad. There are a lot of fresh options and stuff, but
mhm,
um, eating healthier was the thing I had to learn kind of during towards, I would say the last half of my high school
mhm.
time, my time at Georgia Perimeter, and I went raw vegan for 4 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then I had lost 150 pounds during that time. And since being raw vegan, you kind of at that time, anyways, I had a very like limited amount of restaurants that I could go to and eat.
Mhm,
Um, so I was forced to kind of just be in the kitchen and learn more, and I, got a job working at Healthful Essence, which is in the West End, and
mhm,
they're a great business as well that serve a lot of different raw vegan food and just vegan food in general. It's
mhm,
a Caribbean style like buffet, so it's really good.
mhm,
Learned a lot of things there, and actually ended up running their raw vegan bar and made some more things there for them. So that was cool.
mhm,
But yeah, initially just because I just wanted to get a lot healthier, I just had to do something to change my lifestyle and make sure that I'm not, just eating whatever. And
mhm.
yeah, once I did it, it changed my life, and I've just been on in the kitchen making health food since 17. I'm 28 now, so it's been fun.
Oh, wow. It's been over 10 years now. I can't believe that.
It's pretty wild how things go by fast.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So I know you were saying that you wanted to be healthy, but why did you select the plant-based lifestyle? Because there's a lot of other choices you could have made. So why plant-based?
Uh, well, specifically, well, I like plants a lot. I really do. Even when I wasn't, completely plant-based or anything like that, I just always ate vegetables and things like in the Hispanic cuisine, you got like nopales, really fresh. But I wanted to almost go, well, I did go cold turkey and just cut off all of the cooked food for
Mm-hmm.
like a New Year's type of
Mm-hmm.
resolution, and I really stuck with the New Year's resolution. And that's how I lost 150 pounds. But it was more like I just gotta get to this. I'm gonna be strict and determined to do this, and yeah, that's basically how I got into it. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So why do you think it's so important though to I know you said you worked for Healthful Essence. Now you have your own Mexican restaurant that is also plant-based. Why do you think it's so important to provide that service to people?
Well, I think it's important because although, people have options at restaurants, they're very limited.
Mhm,
And a lot of restaurants have there's a big lack of knowledge when it comes to, a restaurant that just serves, any sort of regular food, for example, regular Mexican food, and their knowledge on vegan Mexican food or veganism or plant-based diets in general is very limited. So a
mhm,
lot of the times, people are limited to
mhm,
what they can eat while they're out.
mhm,
But I think it's important to offer the variety of things because it just is a part of the diet. It helps your diet a lot, to eat plants and anything plant-based. Of course, I don't push anyone to go fully plant-based or things like that. I'm more of like, okay, if you still got your diet or how you eat,
mhm,
but you want to eat a little bit healthier, just switching one meal a day that you eat for a plant-based diet, that's the first step. That's
mhm,
really good enough. That's where you should start. And I think when I serve food, I make it easier for people to find the food and find it late night and have that opportunity to eat healthier without being overwhelmed with trying to create something all the time, especially if they don't know how to make things.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yes, Abraham. And I have to say thank you on behalf of all of us out here because there have been many a times when I'm like, I gotta cook again because there are no
Yeah.
choices around of healthy choices. But after tasting your food, Abraham, it's just really I'm just so grateful to be able to have especially Mexican food, which is I haven't seen as many restaurants devoted solely to plant-based
Mhm.
Mexican food. So to be able to have that option too is awesome. So thank you for that.
Yes. Yes. That's awesome. I just love feeding people in general or taking care of people. So it kind of like, does the trick for me. Like it feels right to be doing it. So
Mhm,
it's natural to take care of people because I studied hospitality at Georgia State
mhm,
and I just applied it to the restaurant industry because I didn't really know I wanted to do anything in the restaurant industry. I was moving towards like a nutrition and being a dietitian.
mhm,
And until I was like, how can I help more people all at once?
mhm,
And faster, and then I just have a lot of energy in general, so it just kind of works with
mhm,
it.
mhm.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, yes, it does. It seems like you are right in your zone and where you need to be, Abraham. And I can tell by the products that you produce and the happy customers that you have.
Yeah.
And so that kind of takes us right into the challenge for this show, right? All of us, including myself, are really trying to, on a regular basis, reduce the amount of oil that we have in our diets
Yeah.
so that we can then eat as much as we want, which is my whole theme is to eat more way less. And this way allows us to be able to do that. I don't know if you're like me, Abraham. I love to fill my plate with a whole bunch of vegetables and
Mhm.
just eat as much as I want and not even have to worry about what's on my plate. The challenge was for us to come up with, or for you to design, a oil-free recipe for us that was also tasty. So, what did you decide to make for us?
So what I made for y'all was it's basically nachos, very simple, very comfort food. um the uh the coconut queso itself that I make, it's like a quote unquote like white Mexican dipping cheese that I make, and that's made with coconut milk, uh, Himalayan sea salt,
Mm,
um, what's it called, vinegar, and then it's thickened with tapioca starch. Yeah, so
nice.
it's very, yeah, no oil, nothing like that. Um, the trick to it is to mix your tapioca starch with water and then slowly pour it into the coconut mixture while it's getting hotter, so it gets thicker as you pour it in there.
Okay.
And but once you do that, oh, you have, cheese for chips, cheese for dipping your tacos, cheese for burritos, cheese for anything, popcorn, or you could put it on anything really, and it's really good. Um, and yeah, that's one of the things that I offered, as well as the jackfruit tinga,
Mm,
which it's basically you can use the like a fresh jackfruit, but
mm,
I stick to just like some canned brine. It's in brine, so I
mhm,
wash off the brine and then I squeeze all the water out of the jackfruit, break
okay.
it down like if it was pulled pork, and
Mhm,
then I combine a couple of chilies, different types of chilies, blend
mhm,
them up with tomato, chipotle spices,
mhm,
and then that all goes in with the jackfruit, boils for about 45 minutes,
mhm,
and then you can put it directly on the grill with no oil, or you can reheat it just in like a water bath,
mm.
and then just put it on whatever, and yeah, it's good,
Okay.
it's delicious.
Ew. Okay, you ready?
It's going.
Mm. We want to see the cilantro, and this is jackfruit.
Yes, jackfruit, black beans. Yeah.
Abraham, you need to put this on the menu. Did you try it?
Not yet. I have before.
Because you made this before.
Uh-huh.
It's so good.
This video is so
Abraham, this is good.
clear. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This has no oil.
Yes, no. It's just like the grill. The grill itself is just like a season, but it's not necessarily like put oil on it at all.
And this cream of sauce you said?
Cashew,
Cashew, and what else? You said tapioca?
tapioca, and salt. Yeah, because salt is like brine, or cheese is kind of like salty, briny.
Oh my goodness.
Then those are the pickled red onions.
I love your
Pickled
pickled
so
onions. I
so
love
good.
your pickled onions. Was delicious, Abraham. Oh my gosh, that queso is something else. And then I couldn't even tell that that jackfruit wasn't like, it almost seemed like a pulled pork or a
Yes.
chick, like it has that consistency to it. And the taste, all those peppers and the way you cook it down, it was just
Yeah.
amazing. But I cannot tell you, all viewers, that cheese is something else. And to know that it's just coconut milk and tapioca starch and some vinegar and water and some Himalayan sea salt is just, I cannot tell you guys. You have to try it. And if not,
Yeah.
make it yourself. Make sure you go get it from Abraham directly because he does
Sure.
sell the cheese.
Yes, for sure. I do. Yeah, I sell it. You can find Gutierra Vegan Mexican. That's the restaurant. You
Yes.
can find me at 1038 White Street. We move around a lot, so I do different pop-ups. Like I just had a pop-up at Spelman. We do different pop-ups all around Atlanta for sure,
Mm,
and also provide the what's it called, our vegan chorizo, which is another
mm,
thing I provided for a restaurant, and we're getting there as far as getting the cheese into restaurants, and yeah, it'll be fun for sure. But for
yes.
now, you can definitely find me at gutierra.com or Instagram at gutierraatl, um, and yeah, just keep up with me on there, and of course. You'll have the recipe right here whenever I share it with you, and it's really fun because you can do your own thing, and I recommend everyone to do their own thing with it. Like I add turmeric powder to it, and
Mm,
it's automatically anti-inflammatory, and then it's the color of traditional nacho cheese. So
right.
it's fun, so you can add different things to it, just to please your palate. Yeah. The important part is literally just the tapioca starch going in there and thickening it up so it has that cheese-like consistency.
Yes, yes. And I can't tell you enough though too, that jackfruit, and I want to say, was it black bean and then the
Yes.
peppers. I mean, just that along with the traditional nacho toppings of the tomatoes and lettuce and everything else. I mean, and your cashew crema too is also awesome. What is in that? It's kind of
Cashew
like a
crema is literally the same thing except with cashews. and
okay.
and
Yeah.
and without tapioca starch. And
Okay.
if people like to use oil, or avoid, it'll come out the same consistency. But I use a good Vitamix blender, and that way it's not very grainy.
Mhm.
But for the cashew crema, it's I like to add just a little bit of oil because it makes it nice and shimmery.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it just depends. Usually, I just blend it really quickly, and then bam, it's on the menu, and that's it.
Yes.
But that the cashew crema is another popular one. And the difference between the cheese and the cashew crema is just, cashew sour cream is going to be cold, the cheese is going to be hot.
Mm.
But together in the nachos combined, like it creates a temperature and a texture differentiation that just does a whole bunch of magic things in the in the nachos. That's why I like it. I sold that today at Spellman, and people were like, "Yep, this is it."
This is it. That's
Yeah,
the reason why I'm so grateful to have you on. I mean, your expertise in this area, your experience, really means a lot to all of us, and sharing your knowledge because yeah, we need it. We need it out here making it, and trying to figure out how to live healthy. So thank you so much for all you do, to help all of us, in our quest to be healthy. We really
yeah.
appreciate you.
Yes, I really appreciate all the people who support me, who
Yeah.
love the food, who keep coming back. There are so many repeat customers, and it just makes me happy to see that people like the food, people enjoy, eating healthy, and yeah, now is just the beginning. So there's going to be a lot of different plant-based version things that I'm working on, getting
Yeah.
together with other people that want to share their same, cuisine, but just in a healthier manner. And so I'm excited to do different collaborations. But yeah, follow me. Like it says right there, Chef Abraham ATL, and you can find Gutierra through there. But yeah, just to keep up with news and everything. Yeah.
Yes. So please check out Abraham at his restaurant, Gutierra Vegan Food. Please follow him on Instagram. And then we also have down in the description box, if you would like to contact him for events or to purchase any of his things that he sells from his restaurant, you can also reach him there. And thank you so much again, Abraham. We hope you can come back with some more recipes for
Oh
us
yeah.
soon.
I'm excited. Once I get a couple events and stuff, I'll come back, update y'all, and hopefully bring a couple different guest chefs that I know, and we'll chop it up then too.
All right, sounds great. I look forward to it. Thank you so much. And be sure to let us know in the comments if you try any of the recipes that we share with you. We would love to hear from you,
Yes,
see
I
how
would
much
love the
you enjoy
feedback.
it as well. All right. Well, thank
Awesome.
you. See you all next time. Take care. Okay, so what is it that you
So I
made?
put a cheese twirl in here with the vegan cheese in there. So it's just
Okay.
to make it look fancy, but you don't want that.
What does the vegan cheese have in it?
It's just made out of